Hi, my name is Ilma and welcome to my channel. I have been posting Christian blogs 14 straight years every day. Today I'd like to share Ecclesiastes 7 verses 5 to 9. And here's the word of God. It is better for a man to hear the rebuke of the wise than to hear the song of fools. For as the crackling of thorns under a pot, so is the laughter of the fools. This is also vanity. Surely oppression drives the wise into madness, and a bribe corrupts the heart. Better is the end of a thing than its beginning, and the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. Be not quick in your spirit to become angry, for anger lodges in the heart of fools. Ecclesiastes 7 5 to 9. Here's my poem. Anger lives in the fool's heart. The wise are quick to hear, slow to speak, and slow to irritation. But a fool does not listen and reacts quickly to slight provocations. If you bring an opinion to the wise, they'll have open ears to listen. But if you tell the fool anything, they will minimize your viewpoint. If you're easily angered, people see you as foolish and insolent. If you're humble and listen, you will be viewed as wise and prudent. Here's my commentary. In this wise sayings from Solomon, we get a comparison of how fools and wise people navigate in this corrupt world we live in. They have two opposite reactions to certain situations. The difference comes from the wise, who acknowledge God, and the fool, who does not believe that there is a God. The Bible tells us that God is wisdom, and if you fear the Lord, you have wisdom. You're aware that He is the maker of all things, and He made all humans in His image. Knowing that you are an image bearer of God gives you assurance and confidence, so you have no fears. On the opposite spectrum, the fool denies God's existence, and so he doesn't know the truth about His creation. He focuses on making himself the creator of all that he desires and that he does what he wants. Now that we see the two opposing beliefs of the wise and the fool, let's dive into the following verses mentioned here to clearly see what these manifestations are. In verse 5, we see the importance of listening to the correction of the wise rather than listening to the shallow and empty chatter of the fool. There is nothing that you can gain from the fool's mouth because they are empty, while the wise will give you solutions or a way out of certain situations that truly works. Verse 9 clearly differentiates the fool from the wise in how they react to situations and people. The fool quickly reacts and easily gets impatient, frustrated, or mad, especially when attention is drawn away from them or that they aren't the hero or main focal point of the conversation. The wise listens and is patient to fully hear and see the bigger picture of the situation. They are teachable and responsive, but not reactive. They know how to control their tongues and reactions because they are not focused on their insecurities, but have a confidence and assurance that they have nothing to prove. Reflection. Why do you think anger lives in the wicked and fool's heart? What makes them angry? Well, as I was saying earlier, that they have two opposing beliefs. The fool believes that he is the center of attention. The wise knows that God is the center of attention. So when we find the fool in situations where he isn't the center of attention, then all the fear, all the coping mechanisms, all the defense, and all that is the nervous system is telling them that they need to fight, flight, freeze, right? So that makes them hyped up. That makes them all activated to make sure that everyone sees them, everyone hears them, everyone's focus is on them and not on anything else. So that makes them angry, that makes them frustrated, because they're trying to do something that they cannot. They're trying to control something that they have no control over. They're trying to live a reality that isn't real. So they become frustrated because of their expectations of the world that is not real, of the expectations of what people will how people will respond to them, is totally oblivious of the presence of a God higher than them. So those proud people will never be able to have peace or calm, because they will always be struggling and striving and proving to everyone else that they are someone, that they need to look up to. So those, and another probably reason why they become angry is there's probably a bitter root in their heart that is an accumulation of probably experiences that they were put down, belittled, or gaslighted. So it's important for us to recognize if we have those traumas, like in my case, that you go through processing them, and then you go to the Word of God so that they could be replaced. Your thinking will be aligned, or parallel to what God is saying in His truth. Thanks for watching. I hope you check my website at ilmaarts.com for artworks, photographs, and a copy of this blog. Please subscribe to my channel on YouTube so I could make more videos and give you the Word of God. And if you haven't already, check over 4,000 videos I've done over the years. I've been doing this daily. Just type on YouTube or Google search ILMA'S Poem Devotional. Have a wonderful day.